Some people hustle pool, some people hustle cars. But have you ever heard about the man who hustles stars? Jack Horkheimer, star hustler, director of the Miami Space Transit Planetarium.
Our episode for this week, Monday, August 15th through Sunday, August 21st, is The Singing Turtle of Summer Skies and an Ancient Chinese Legend.
And now here to tell you all about tonight's sky and the biggest show of all, the universe, your star hustler, Jack Horkheimer.
Greetings, greetings, fellow stargazers. And because last week I talked about the science of that brilliant star that shines almost overhead in early evening during summer, the wonderful star called the arc light of summer nights, the star Vega, let's talk about its non-science this week. Let's see what our ancestors had to say about this part of the heavens hundreds and thousands of years ago. Okay, we've got our sky set up for early evening hours in July or August, where you will see three bright stars almost overhead, which form the summer triangle, the brightest of which is Vega. And if you're far away from city lights on a moonless night, you can see that very close to Vega are four little stars that make a parallelogram. Now, these four stars, along with Vega, are the major stars of an ancient constellation called Lyra, Lyra the harp. But Lyra wasn't always a harp. Hundreds of years ago, it was an eagle or a vulture. And before that, in 300 BC, it was known as a tortoise shell. And therein lies the basis of how a turtle became a harp. Because according to ancient legend, the first harp or lyre ever made was made from an empty turtle shell, which acted as a sounding board, across which dried tendons were strung, which acted as the strings of the turtle lyre. And perhaps this is how the first lyre was actually made. At any rate, at some time along the way, the lyre and the vulture and the eagle got combined, so that in many medieval manuscripts, you will see a picture here of an eagle or a vulture holding a lyre in his beak or talons. Now, one of my favorite stories about Lyra and Vega is one that practically no one ever hears about. It comes from the ancient Chinese. In fact, it is even mentioned in the Shi Qing, the Book of Songs, which was a collection of ancient poetry of the Zhou dynasty, 6 centuries before Christ. It is a poem of the weaving girl and the herd boy. Now, the weaving girl was represented by the star Vega, and the herd boy by the star Altair, the second brightest star of the summer triangle. And if you look closely on a dark, moonless night, far from city lights, you will see that the Milky Way separates these two stars. Thus, according to this ancient legend, it was said that the weaving girl Vega and the herd boy Altair were young lovers who spent so much time gazing into each other's eyes that they neglected their heavenly duties, and so were punished by being separated from each other by a celestial river, the river we call the Milky Way. But because some of the gods felt sorry for them, they are allowed once a year, on the 7th night of the 7th moon, to visit each other, when thousands of birds stretch their wings across the river of the Milky Way to form a bridge, across which the two can walk and meet for one annual night of love. A turtle that became a harp, and two lovers separated by the Milky Way. Oh, there's wonderful poetry in the heavens, which you can feel for yourself if you remember to keep looking up.
Star Hustler is produced in cooperation with the Miami Museum of Science and Space Transit Planetarium and the William J. and Tina Rosenberg Foundation, Miami, Florida, USA, where the stars come out at night to play.
Good evening. This is Wisconsin Public Television. This concludes our broadcast day. WHA-TV in Madison, WHWC-TV in Menominee-Eau Claire, WPNE-TV in Green Bay, WHLA-TV in La Crosse, WLEF-TV in Park Falls, and WHRM-TV in Wausau. WHA is the production center for Wisconsin Public Television and is licensed to the UW Board of Regents and is a service of the UW Extension. WHWC, WPNE, WHLA, WLEF, and WHRM are licensed to the Educational Communications Board. We invite your comments and suggestions. Please send them to Wisconsin Public Television, 3319 West Beltline Highway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53713-4296. Portions of today's broadcast were pre-recorded. From the staff and management of Wisconsin Public Television, we bid you a pleasant